morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So to continue with the pomegranates and pumpkins journal, I'm going to put some lacy pockets on this page, but what I want to do is I want to do some a bit of spray, just colour it up a bit. It's got coffee dye. I have put a little bit of vintage tattered rose, not vintage rose, tattered rose on. But what I want to do is I want to use some oxide sprays, and I have shook them up. And this one's tea dye, and all I'm doing is I'm just spraying it on my mat. I'm not going to put any water with this one. I'm just rubbing my finger in it because I like messing about like that. And just, I might put a bit of water in it a bit later, but it's an oxide spray. And there we have it. I'll put that bit on. And I will keep speeding up the video where I'm drying it with the heat gun because it's noisy, and I'm just putting a bit of water with what's left. And the paper I have covered with clear gesso, and we'll just wipe that bit up, and I'm going to dry it. So and there we are, we have it dry, and I'm going to put a bit of pumice stone. Now this comes out a little bit grey, so I don't want to put too much on. I am going to mix a bit of water with this one just to water it down. Again, put my finger through it because I like messing on like that. And it's more about getting the top of the paper done rather than the bottom. And I think we might add a bit of pink. Now I have been using with my Distress Inks is Victorian Velvet. I don't have that one in a spray, so it will be the ink. Just going to go quiet again and speed up. And I just dab it just to help it dry up. So it's going the colour I want. Now I do have antique linen, but I'm going to put some Victorian velvet on it first and see how that goes. So all I do is I just rub my ink, and it's a silicone mat I've got that I got from Amazon. And again, because I don't want it to go too and a bit in there, and we'll just wipe that up. I really should, if I wasn't videoing, I would have had a book page in that. And again, I'm just going to dry this off. And now I'm going to do the antique linen. And again, this is another oxide, so just make sure that all the chalky substance off the bottom has been mixed in with the and we'll wipe that up. And I don't think I quite gessoed the top of the page properly, because normally the gesso protects the paper and stops sort of like the liquid going through, but it's not, but never mind. And what I want to do is I just want to put a couple of drops of water on, because oxide is water reactive, and it is water drops that I want to put on, not a spray. So it'll react with the tea dye, the pumice stone, and the antique linen. The Victorian velvet was a distress. Yeah, and it's starting to with like water puddles, so I'm just going to dry this off. Okay, and that's the colours I'm looking for. There's the that's maybe it's not a very good I'm just bringing one of the digitals. So there's the digitals. So that's the pages. So it does go with the pages really well. That's one of the brightest ones. Yeah, so it goes with them really well. So I'm quite pleased with that. Still not fully dry, so we'll put that to one side and let that dry. Now what I have done with the other page in the journal, I took one of the digitals and I folded it in half, and I just trimmed it on my trimmer like that. Then I've scored it scored it in about 1/4 centimetre just to fold over, because what I want to do is I want to make some corner pockets. Now the paper is taller than the actual coffee dyed paper. So I'm just trimming these bits off. And I'm just going to stick these down. Whoops. I'm just using my Asda glue stick. It's a new one, so, and the table's warm with the heat gun. That's one thing about a silicone mat, it does take the heat and it protects your table. So that's that. And what I want to do is I want to put some lace on these. I'm also going to ink them as well, so I'm going to ink them with tea dye, and I'm just doing it on the mat because I just want it to smudge over a little bit. So it's just a little bit more than the edge that I want. I just want to give it that little bit of warmth and aged look. And when I'm doing this, I start on the mat and bring the ink in. If you start on there, you'll end up getting sort of like the shape of your ink dauber. It tends to even it out a little bit. So we'll do that. So I'm quite pleased with the way that's come out. And again, you can see where the glue on this mat's caught with the inks. And I'm going to put the lace on before I stick it down. Now this is cotton lace. It's cream. And I don't think there's a, yeah, I don't think there is a right and a wrong way. Usually with lace you get a right and a wrong way. It's just the way it's woven on the machine. So we'll put that there, and I'll cut it later once I've glued it on. I'm using a lot more lace on this journal than I normally use. And to stick the lace, I've got two fabric glues. I've got the Trimmets fabric glue, and I've got the Fabri-Tac. But I am going with the Fabri-Tac. Because I've not had my nails done. And I'm just putting a line there, and then we'll stick that on. Just move it up a little bit. And then I can trim these off. They're not the best material scissors, these. Okay, so put that one there, and then we'll do this one. And just stick it down, make sure it's up to the edge. I quite like lace on the edge of pockets, it looks nice. And we'll put that away, then I'll bring my page in. Now this has been gessoed as well, and I am going to put some lace on the edges, but what I want to do is I want to do some stenciling. I'm just going to do the pumpkins, and I think we'll just do it with the, get my brushes out. These, because it's Doflex, it's quite thick, the stencil material, so I like to yep. And again, I usually start off on the actual stencil itself. Otherwise you get like, you can get the brush mark on there. Then if you lift it up you can see, so we'll have a we'll do these, because the pocket I think goes to there. And I'm going to do this one. We'll do it that way because I went over the stencil and it made a mark, so and this page has been, I've gessoed all my coffee dyed papers that were going in the journal, because I knew I would be grunging them up or stenciling or inking or something on them. And again, and we'll just have a look. Right, so we want some just have some faint bits of, and you can press quite hard with these brushes. They're quite good. And you can see the page there has got like a little rip in it, so what I'll do is I will put a little bit of washi tape on that just to protect it, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on the other side. I might just leave it, usually when I've got quite a heavy pocket like this, I usually leave the other side of the page blank, or stick a pocket on it like an envelope. So there we are. So we'll have this and just a thin line, a straight line, not a donkey's wonky leg. And I'm just going over it again just for anything that I've missed. And I'm lining it up with the edges of the page. It doesn't go right to the middle, which is fine. And again we'll do this one, and I'm doing the top bit as well, the little tiny And again, I'm lining it up with the edges of the page. And this is actually going to be my center page. Get my trusty glue spreader out. And there we have that. And I think what I might do is I might make some little bags to go in these. I've put my bits of I think we'll have that one up there. This is just digital clusters I made for Justine at House of Mahalo. She has a Patreon site, so she does freebies. So I did this for Justine, so you can go over. She has a YouTube channel as well, and it's House of Mahalo. She does some brilliant stuff. She does a lot of botanicals, and so you can go over and give her a visit. She does scrap busting as well, how to get rid of your scraps. That's something we all need to learn. I do a project to get rid of my scraps and I end up making more. And do I want that down there? No, I'm going to have that on the edge where I put it. I quite like it up there. And with a digital cluster, it doesn't bulk your journal out. So if you don't like chunky monkeys, digital clusters is the way to go. I like the, I mean, the reason I started doing digital clusters was because making clusters was just frightened the heck out of me. It was just right out of my comfort zone. But now I like making clusters, but I like my digitals as well. And there we have it. And I think what we might do is I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those pages. I will do them off camera. And then we're bringing this one back in. And you can see this is quite shiny, and that's because of the gesso. So I'm just going to give it a wee wipe. We say wee in Scotland for little. So if you hear anybody saying a wee something, it means a little. I keep forgetting that not everybody understands Scottish language. Now, I do want to put a digital underneath it, but I don't know whether to do a side tuck on one and an actual pocket on the other. They're going to be different pages, but I like that lace, and I like this lace for a pocket, but I just feel that they need paper underneath. And just let me have a look at this. See, that's too stark white. But we could use that side. This one's quite nice. Quite like this one. Yes, I like that one. So that's what we'll do. So can I put another piece of lace over that? Yeah, I quite like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark that there, and I'm going to trim this off. I'm going to move my wire, otherwise I'll end up cutting it for my heat gun and it's plugged in. And again, these my coffee dyed papers, I used a different type of paper, so it's a little bit smaller than yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the lace on first. I think that would be the best idea. And the lace, I can't remember whether I got it from Temu. I might have got it in one of the haberdashery shops, I don't know, or I might have got it from Lisa's place online. I'll try and find out where I got it from, and then I'll put the and we'll put that back on there. And we'll cut that there. You can slightly see the digital through it, and it looks, I quite like it like that. Makes it look interesting. So you can see the lace, and you can see the, you know, the background. Oh, I'm going to get a visit. Yep, here she is. Hello. Have you been for a walk? Little girl, you've got grass on you. Oh, she's not running down the stairs. She must be tired from a walk. It's just a little, she's a Yorkie, a Yorkshire Terrier. She's 12, so she's getting on a bit. But when she's been out for a walk, she comes to see me. I'm just going to close the door. All right, just move these out of the way. And again, I'm just a thin line of glue. I might stitch these in. If I stitch these in, it'll be with white cotton. But I'm putting enough glue on so that I don't have to stitch them in, because I do want to put lace on all the page edges apart from the ones that have got lace on there. Yeah, so we've got a nice little pocket there, and I want to put a pocket here, and I'm just wondering if I should put what I should put underneath. Don't think it matters. Don't want it too deep. I don't want it as deep as that. Sorry, the camera cut out on me just when I was doing this pocket. So what I did was put that lace on. Then I put some of this lace on, what we put on there, and then another piece there. And the digital that I used for that, I just fold it in half, and I will put some coffee dyed paper, inked round it, and that will be a little scrapbook in there. And then I just went through the journal just to give a once over, because that's it, just finished. So there's our doily pockets, and we've got a journal page, we've got the lace page, we've got our belly band, because we've got journaling in there. We've got the corner pockets, and these I did offline. These were just the envelopes that we were making, and I just did some napkin decoupage journal. I still have to put something on here, and I probably put one of the pockets. I've still got this to put on, so that'll go on one of those. Then we've got our centre pockets, and we've got our tags in and envelopes. Again, we've got something to go on there, and I think what we might do is put one of these on either there or there. Quite like that one actually, so I think that one will go there. Journaling, we've got our envelope pocket, corner pockets, and our other belly band, and our bag, our other lace pocket with a tag in it, and we've got journaling, and then we've got our side tuck pockets and journaling there. So I hope you get something out of that. I hope you have a go. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate everybody that comes and visits me and crafts along. And what I will do is I'll work on the other signatures offline, because I'm more or less going to do the same unless I do something different. And then the next time I'll do the cover online, and then it'll be the flip through. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.